Hey, it's me, late 1976. Just getting in like I promise every day. I'm gonna read a part out of the Daily Bread. As y'all know, I gave the one for this month away, so I'm reading what I have, which is December 2010, January, February of 2011, Daily Bread. Um, yeah. Let me tell y'all before I read this. Last night I was looking at y'all videos and stuff, and my son comes in the room and says his chest, his throat, and his stomach hurt. So I'm like, first what registered in my head was the stomach and the throat. So I'm just thinking, okay, well, maybe you got some gas or whatever. Okay, so I let my mom, she had gave him 2 Tums and ginger ale soda, because she was up here. She's gonna watch my son because I had to go to work last night, but unfortunately I didn't go because I ended up taking him to the emergency room because it just dawned on me, my son, he, just to give y'all a short history on him, was born 28 weeks early. He is now 10. He'll be 11 next month. So, yeah, I wasn't thinking that some of the things that he had done to him might be affecting him now, like he had a G2, which is a feeding tube in his stomach. It looks like a little button. You can connect it and hook it up to this machine that looks like an IV, but then only it drips milk. And he had, well, they took that out when he's in the 5th now. They took that out when he's in kindergarten. He's about to go to 1st grade. Then he had a Nissen, which is they sold the stomach. You can eat and food can go down, but nothing can come up. So otherwise, he cannot vomit, and I don't think I ever heard my son burp. Okay, so yeah, I heard him gag, but never vomit and never burp. I would think he could burp, but I don't know. He just I never heard him do it. So anyways, that's what was worrying me, because he still had that. Every time I make a video, that phone rings. So anyway, it's way over there. I'm in my pajamas. I don't think so. So anyway, see if it stopped. Okay, so anyway, we went to the emergency room and had them do x-ray, EKGs and stuff like that. They tell me my son had reflux, right? Y'all, I just told y'all he has that Nissen in there. Nothing can come up. And the reason why they put that there, because he has really bad reflux. I mean, he was like, before he was throwing up, everything would come back up, and it would just be like, everywhere. We couldn't go anywhere. I would just like stay in the house because I knew he's going to throw up every time he eat or drink a bottle and stuff like that. So they put that in because they said that it would, if he couldn't stop on his own, it would ruin his, erode his esophagus or something like that. So that's mainly why he got it. So when she said that, I kindly looked at the young lady and I said, he can't throw up. I mean, it seemed like I took him to this other emergency room before, another one. They didn't know what it was. And then I took him to this emergency room, where his actual doctor work at, but in the clinic part of it. And they act stupid too. The reason why I'm talking about this is because I can't believe that, my son went and had a surgery done at another hospital, and to help him live. And every time I take him to the emergency room and they see this thing, they don't know what it is. And it always takes a more experienced and older doctor to know what it is. And you put your life in these doctors' hand, and for them to just not plain know what it is like, because I come to them to make sure it's okay, make sure it's not hurting my son, because he's been complaining about chest pain and stuff. So, of course they did the chest x-ray and everything looked good. But I'm going to make an appointment with his regular doctor so that he can give me a referral to his doctor that performed the surgery, so he can go ahead and check that out. But it's sad that these doctors, they really dumbfounded to it. And I was just thinking, if something really go wrong with my son and I need an emergency, we kind of out, because they don't know what's going on. They don't know what it is. They probably have to call somebody else to come in, and that would be a wait, So I just can't wait till till they finally clear him of that and he won't have to have it anymore. Because it's kind of frustrating every time you go to the emergency room and you have issues with it. They don't even know what it is. Like when he had the feeding tube in his stomach, which is very common in children. They make it a little button instead of the long tube hanging out, and because they tend to rip it out. And he used to rip that button out anyway. So the insurance will only give me one, and when he ripped that button out, I'm just out. I'm out. I don't have anything. So I would have to rush to the emergency room, and they wouldn't have the button. And the thing is, if that hole would close up, they would have to perform surgery again to open it back up. So it's frustrating when you go through these things, and actually we did have an incident. It had just about closed up, and they had to put my son on this board to strap him down and force it in. I mean, can you imagine how much pain he was in trying to force that thing back into his stomach because they didn't have it? I just think that there's people with all kinds of medical issues all over, so they should have things like this, especially when they know the insurance don't want to give it to you. It's just crazy how everything works. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and read that Daily Bread. The phone's ringing off the hook. Sorry y'all had to see me in my gown. Sorry for the visual. I have to make sure there's nobody important. Okay, so getting to the Daily Bread. Sorry it took me so long to get there. I just felt like sharing that with y'all. Live in love. Read from Chronicle 26, chapter 3rd through 19th verse. When he is strong, his heart is lifted up to his destruction. Chronicles 26, chapter 16th verse. And I was just reading this right here. Okay. Dwight L. Moody said, when a man thinks he is not good, Dwight L. Moody said, when a man thinks he has got a good deal of strength and self-confidence, you may look for his downfall. It may be years before it comes to light, but it has already commenced. This was true of King Isaiah. Everything seems to be going so well in his life. He is obedient, submitting to spiritual mentorship, and sought God guidance during most of his ride. As long as he asked God for help, God gave him great success, evidenced by his many accomplishments. Chronicles 26 chapter 3rd to 15th verse. I might be saying this man's name wrong. Isaiah. Excuse me. Isaiah's life was one of the great power and human success until he became blind by it. His pride was evident in several ways. He challenged God's holiness by trespassing the temple and presuming upon a position he would never be able to have. He viewed God's power as good but not absolutely necessary for his leadership. He refused godly correction and canceled ignorant and canceled. He refused godly correction and canceled. He bypassed his opportunity to repent. He ignored instead of fear the consequences of his sin. When God gave us success in areas of our life, let's not forget the source of our success. May we choose humility, for God gives grace to the humble. Marvin Williams. Is thou heart right with God, washed in crimson flood, cleansed and made wholly humble and lowly right in the sight of God. Hoffman. God lifts us high when we choose to live low. So that was it for today. Thank you, y'all, for stopping by and listening to me. And please thumbs up or whatever you want to do and leave comments, because if I don't see any comments or any thumbs up or any views, I assume nobody wants to listen to me. So I'll stop doing our daily bread. So please comment, thumbs up, let me know that you like me doing it. Alright, thank you, y'all. Love y'all.